What is going on, online fitness coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives Make Money Online Trainer podcast. In today's episode, we are talking to my clients. It is Podchats. So every week, there is an episode of Podchats where I go into the 10K Mastermind. I drop a Zoom link. All my clients can come on and ask me anything. So if you're in the 10K Mastermind, come to Podchats because it's fucking dope. So in today's episode, I'm excited because I just want to let you guys know that we are increasing the prices of the $1 Million Mastermind. So if you're in the 10K Mastermind or you're in the CLA and you're making over $10,000 a month and you want to learn how to scale past that, send me a DM that says Mastermind because we are increasing the rates at the end of this month. And this will be the last time you guys can get that rate. So if you're interested, send me a DM that says Mastermind. Without further ado, let's get into today's podcast. First up, we got Simone. So Simone, you got to share a win and then we're going to go into it.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. A win. My content is going really well right now on Instagram finally. So that's good.
I love that. How did your challenge go once we changed it?
Much better. I still had to bust my ass to get people in, but they were now responding to my messages.
Cool.
At least. So I had 38 people come in, and then I set a boundary in the beginning. If you're not participating, you're getting kicked out. So people are dropping.
Yeah.
So now we're at 14, but I'm still gonna ask those people that have been dropping off, why?
No. I like where your head's at. You had the right mindset and then you're backtracking. And excuse my French, fuck the people that are dropping off. The 14 people that are committed, dude, if 5 of those people pay you in full, how much money is that?
I'm so bad at math.
Okay, so it's about $10,000. So 5 of those people pay you in full, between $7,000 and $10,000. So all of your energy, you have the right idea. I just want you to follow through on it. All of your energy is aimed at the 14 people. Instead of asking the people that dropped off why they dropped off, what I want you to do is just send them a resource or an ebook and be like, hey, thanks so much for applying for the challenge. I absolutely hope you have the best day ever. If you ever get serious about coaching or you want some more info, I'd love to help you out. In the meantime, here's an ebook that I wrote and I hope you have an amazing day. So make sure they leave with a good taste in their mouth.
Okay.
But good job, because last time we talked, you had 2 people in your fucking challenge and you got it to 38. So that's not a little bit of a difference. That's significant. So if you listened to the podcast last week, and if you didn't listen to the podcast last week, go listen to Podchats last week. You'll listen to what I told Simone. Good job. I'm happy for you. Okay. What's your question?
So it's challenge related. So I'm booking calls right now with the people that are in the challenge to sell them. And I'm just wondering if I should have something in my back pocket, because I don't have a low ticket. I don't have great experiences with low tickets in my coaching. That could change if I put intention into it and attention into it. But I'm just wondering if I should have something in my back pocket, or if those people that are going to be I can't afford it, they just can't afford it.
Well, first things first is I think that the mindset of thinking about people that can't afford it is going to hurt your sales calls. So I want you to write this down. Every person has the money. That's the mindset. Every single person has the money. I have a serious question. Simone, when you joined this coaching program, did you have the money? The CLA?
Yeah.
Of course. Was it tight? Was it maybe a little bit tight?
Oh yeah, it was so tight.
But you joined. Why did you join?
Yeah, because I knew that I'm going to see results.
Bam. So you're on the phone with somebody and they really want it. They'll find a way. So it's your job to get them super clear on their pain, super clear on their vision, and help them understand why investing in themselves is going to help them get the result. Now, to answer your question directly, should you have something in your back pocket? I'm a firm believer in always having a low ticket in my back pocket, but my definition of low ticket is a $99 program that I'll sell for somebody. And that's my last resort. First we'll go for the paid in full. Then if they can't do the paid in full, I'll do a split payment option, half now, half later. Then if they can't do that, I'll offer the monthly. Then if they can't do that, I'll collect a deposit for the monthly to start in 10, 15 days, whenever they get paid. And if they literally can't do that after 4 negotiating down, then I'd sell the low ticket. I think what most people do is they offer their high ticket coaching program. And then when people don't take action, they're like, okay, cool. I have this $99 offer. That's the worst mistake you can make. Instead, you want to start at your paid in full, negotiate down, see if you can get a split pay. If that doesn't work, negotiate a monthly. If that doesn't work, go for a deposit for the monthly. If that doesn't work and you tried everything, then I might exhaust a low ticket.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And it would be $99 hands off. No check-ins, 4 weeks or 8 weeks, 6 weeks, something like that. No check-ins. You got to do the work yourself, but it'll still help you get results.
Am I going to put them in my community though?
Yep. You want them to see what they're missing out on.
Okay. All right.
Helpful?
Very helpful.
Go take action. I believe in you.
Thanks.
You're a winner. Hello, Miranda.
Win is sold a new client yesterday, $349 a month. I met her in a bakery.
I love that. That's dope.
And I was like, I'm going to change your life. So that, and the reason why I came here to ask my question is my podcast check came yesterday.
Yo, sick.
So, oh my God, it just like made it seem so much more real. Like,
Yep.
I feel like when they announced it, it felt real, but like having the money in my hands now is like, holy acting shit.
What the fucking fuck? That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
So to open up a check for $9,600, so I get that now, and then I get the rest upon completion, which is so crazy. Now it's time to have some fun and set up my studio. So while I was at the event, Cole gave me a list of things that I needed to get. He literally made my Amazon cart for me, which is so amazing.
That's funny.
But I need to hire a video editor, and I have gone on Fiverr. I have no idea what I'm even looking for. So any suggestions on that?
So for the video editor, what exactly are you hiring for? Like, what exactly are they doing? Just so I know.
So I need 8 30-minute episodes, and they are just recorded in my little studio that I'm going to make. And it's just going to be just sound like intro, outro. I don't even fucking know, to be honest.
Have you like got your podcast on Apple, Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff?
So that will come after. So because it's through TELUS, they have to launch it first.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. So I'll tell you what to look for on Fiverr. So this is how I found my video editor. So you're going to go, I was literally going to show you my Amazon shopping cart because I just bought a bunch of shit for my studio, but Cole already did that. So we're fucking good. Okay. So if I go to Fiverr.com, what you want to do, I haven't logged into Fiverr in a while, but I believe I still have an account. I'll tell you what to look for. So, okay. Video editor for YouTube. And then I will look at so $45, $45 to $70. So what I'll do is I'm looking for people that have really good reviews and a good intro. Like this one looks pretty decent. What about this one? This one looks decent as well. So I'm going to go to this guy and then I'm going to see what his price is. Looks like it's $100 a video is pretty good. Up to 30 minutes of footage, up to 5 minutes running time, color grading, sound design, motion graphics. So what I'll do is, what I want you to do, Miranda, is I want you to record a 10-minute podcast. Okay. A 10-minute podcast that's like just like talking about mindset or whatever. Then you're going to go to Fiverr and you're going to hire 3 guys that look basically like this. So you can go to basic or standard, should be good. Hire 3 guys like this. It's going to cost you between $150 to $250 an episode for the video edits. That's the best price that I found for somebody that's good. But again, you can hire 3 to 5 of these guys. Then what you're going to do is you're going to send them all the same footage. The reason you want to send them all the same footage is because when they send you footage back, you will know what you like, what you don't like. You may still have to give them some advice being like, can you change this graphic? Can you do this instead? So that's what I would recommend. Okay. I also think that if you, Miranda, do you know any podcasts that you follow on YouTube that you like that are like well put together and well edited?
Yours and Cole's.
So I don't have a podcast on YouTube though. I'm working on that. That's why I set up my studio. Go to Mind Pump Media. I think they have a podcast on YouTube.
Okay, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Search up Mind Pump Media. I'm trying to think who else would have a good podcast on YouTube. Does anybody know of any podcasts on YouTube? The reason I'm saying that is if you can send them some examples of what you want the video to look like, that's ideal.
Okay.
So I would just go maybe even go YouTube podcast and or just search podcast on YouTube and see if you can scroll through a bunch of videos. If you can find a video that you'd like the style to be similar as, that would be ideal. But again, I would hire 3 at first. Sometimes you'll find the first one in the first 3 that you hire and then send them all the same project. Based on the videos that you get back, you'll be able to make your decision. I don't just judge them on the video quality. I also judge them on the time it takes me to get the video back. Because if a dude takes you a week to get the fucking video back, he's going to take you a week for every video. So I'm not going to hire that guy. So you're looking for speed and quality. Okay. Is that helpful?
Yes, very helpful. I'm so nervous and so excited. And I think I'm really nervous about how to use all the equipment too, but I'll figure it out. And it's going to be fun.
You can FaceTime or you can call Nick Schaefer. Nick Schaefer's my video guy. He doesn't know that I'm telling you this, but I'll let you call Nick Schaefer.
Nick's the best.
Yeah, Nick's the best.
Okay, cool. Thank you. That's so helpful.
You're welcome. That's how I found my video editor, Mango, and she does all my YouTube videos.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What up, Yannick?
What's up, dude?
How you doing, brother?
Doing very well. So my wins for this week, I signed 2 new clients, one paid in full, one monthly for 6 months. So
nice.
That's solid start to the week.
Yep.
So my question was more based on kind of keeping balance. So I just got engaged a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
So obviously right now is like the time to grind. We don't have kids. I want to build our future. I also don't want to take for granted the moment because you're not going to get this back, right? Life's only going to get busier. Things are going to happen. So you kind of want to still live your moment. But so I'm kind of asking, like, how do you keep that balance? I know having a schedule helps, but I want to be able to provide, but also, be there for her, if that makes sense.
Yep. When is your off time?
When do I shut it down?
Yep.
Right now, that's kind of gray area.
The reason I ask that is that's the number one priority that you need to identify and then stick to.
Yeah.
So having an off time, this was something that Kirsten and I really struggled with for a while, as we were both always working all the time. And then we were both just like, at the end of the day, we both felt like we weren't getting our needs met. Like I felt like I wasn't getting affection and love. She felt like she wasn't getting like present time with me, and we were both the problem. And so like, I'm going to give you the full answer. For me, there's seasons. So right now, Kirsten and I are both in a season where we're both fully focused on our business. We've both accepted that. We're both okay with it. But we also go through seasons where we're like, yo, we need to spend more time together. And when we do go through those seasons, it's like, there's a hard off time. So for me, it's like after 6 p.m., it's like the phones go away. And I don't even know what happens on my phone because I'm not even on it. Like we're going for walks, we're going out for dinner, we're hanging out, we're watching movies, whatever. So define what your off time is and stick to it and be diligent with it, because you're diligent with your sales calls, diligent with your workouts, diligent with your client meetings. So treat it like a client meeting, treat it like as if it was a workout, because I know you wouldn't miss your workouts. That'd be first thing. Second thing is date night once a week. That's like a non-negotiable for us. Like we always do date night once a week, no matter where we are, even if we're traveling, even if we're on the road, even if we're both busy, even if we're both tired. Even if date night means that we like go out, get snacks and watch a movie together, we always do date night once a week. So having a hard off time is important, and then making sure that date night once a week happens.
Yeah, I just put that in my calendar. I think Cole said something about that the other day. And so I put that in my calendar now, like where my off time is. But I find since I'm working full time in the clinic, when I do come home, it's limited time. So I still try and use that. But then it ends up being this this gray area of like, I'm still kind of on my phone while we're sitting watching TV or we're together. And she keeps kind of mentioning how I disconnect. So I'm like not always present because my mind's everywhere.
Yep. She's saying signals. Pay attention to the signals. Because at first it's going to be like you're disconnecting, and then it's going to be like she's mad at you. So this is like the warning sign. She's throwing you fucking signals like, hey, motherfucker. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Is just kind of figuring out how to navigate that and just be more present when I am with her.
I want to say one more thing too, bro. So because you're doing both, you're doing the clinic and the online business, just be okay with like, you're not going to hit rapid growth. Like you're not going to be hitting a $20,000 to $30,000 a month in the next month or two.
Yeah.
Because in order for that to happen, like that you need to be on your phone. Like you need to be, you know what I mean? And so like because you're building balance right now and that's a priority for you, like be okay with hitting $10,000 to $15,000 a month. Be okay with those numbers and know that it's like, I know that doesn't sit very well with you. I saw you getting fucking weird, but like, dude, if you want balance, then take balance.
Yeah.
And
I know something's got to give at some point if I want something to grow.
Yeah.
And I'm working at like 2 different locations, so my time is literally everywhere. So yeah, I know I can only get what I can get.
Yeah.
With that,
you just need to be better with your time. Be diligent with your time. Like when you are like, be like meticulous with knowing what actually produces income and what doesn't, and just don't do things that don't produce income. Right. And like as an example, like for you, if I had your business and I was doing what you were doing, like I would make sure that like my DMs were sent in the morning so that I already had conversations to respond to throughout the day. And then I would make sure that I was posting social proof of my story every single day, getting people to DM me so I had more inbounds so that the hot leads reveal themselves so you don't have to hunt through your likes to look for leads. I would be spending more of my time trying to get people to DM me instead of spending my time like doing outbound lead gen and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's good. That's smart.
Cool.
That's I got that in my calendar now, so I'll do that.
Cool. I love it, bro. Good to see you.
Thanks, dude.
You're welcome. What's up, Sammy from Australia?
Hello. Thanks for saying from Australia. So don't get confused.
I know. I gotta separate you guys.
I know. I feel like there's like a Sammy, a Samantha, and like there's probably fucking more of that I don't know of, but I just know the other two. Too many of us. All right. So win is I had 2 calls yesterday. One has done the sign up payment, so I definitely signed one. One is leading to my question, but said yes. And then also I had another girl on Monday who was just having a little think about it. And then I woke up at like 5 a.m. to a text message from her being like, let's go, let's get started. So
Cool.
that was a nice way to wake up in the morning.
Yep.
And so since joining the 10K mastermind, I've signed 5 new clients and upsold 1 as well.
I love that. That's great
Yeah.
news. That makes me super happy.
Yeah, really good momentum. Really good momentum. Super stoked. So my question from yesterday on a call, she was like, all in, 100, like 10 out of 10, ready to go, needing this, not just wanting it, like needing it. And then so I sent the link, but then I heard like she was getting in the car and started driving, so she must have had to go somewhere.
Yep.
So she couldn't do the link straight away. Anyways, and then she also started asking, like once all of that was happening, it got to the end of the call, and then she started asking like, do I have any examples of transformations? Do I have like things on my Instagram or
Yep.
and I was like, yeah, I have a couple on my Instagram. And then I was like, I have more on my website link as well. So then she was like looking on her website link as well. And but got like kind of like weird about it.
Yep.
And so I felt a bit uncomfortable because I was a bit like, why are you now starting to question it? And she got referred from one of my clients who are absolutely killing it as well. So I was like, I don't know, how do you tackle that kind of situation?
Yeah. So this is normal. First things first is when like everybody's in until they hear the fucking price and then they're like, oh, whoa, right? Like this is completely normal for everybody. So I've heard that like same story has happened to me multiple times where people are like, I'm so excited. Then you tell them the price and like, oh, and then they start freaking out. So completely normal. At that point, I would just start addressing the hesitations and you need to basically make the sale again. So if you sense that hesitation, if I sense that hesitation, I know that like I can just be like, pay now. But if I'm like, pay now and like they are hesitant, then it's just going to cause buyer's resistance. So in that instance, what I would have done is I'm like, Sammy, can I be honest with you?
Yes.
I'm sensing a little bit of hesitation and I want to make sure that this is a good decision for you and a good decision for me because I actually want to change your life. So like, what's the hesitation? Like, let's talk about it. I want to kind of air it out so I can kind of make sure that you actually feel good about this.
Yeah, okay. So because I did start to hear it a little bit, so I should have really called her out on it.
Yeah, and nice.
And that would also give that authority.
Yeah, exactly. I listen, Sammy, I want to change your life. I want to help you. My only goal is to help people. I know you're a little bit hesitant right now. So like, what's going on? Like, what's the hesitations? Let's see if we can talk about it. Well, like, I just want to make sure that like, this is actually going to work for me. Like, totally respect that. And like, you're friends with Sarah, right? In the program. What did Sarah say about the program? Well, she said she absolutely loved it and that it was amazing. That's so cool. And then, so like, what about the program do you think like might not work for you? Well, blah, 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 blah. And then that's where you can be like, listen, I completely understand how you're feeling. A lot of my best clients felt the exact same way. In fact, Sarah felt the same way when she first signed up, but now she's in the program for like 6 weeks now. She's lost 10 pounds and I know we're going to get the same results. So let's get you started today. And I promise you, you're going to love it in the next 30 days. And if you don't love it for whatever reason, you can message me and tell me and we can do something about it. But like, let's get you started because I know that this is what you want. You said that this is what you need. Is that right? That's right. Okay. Bam. Now we're back in.
Shit, that was so seamless.
Right.
That was so good.
But it's because I've done a lot of sales calls. So this is good. Every time I do a sales call, Sammy, I want you to write this down. You need to ask yourself this question because this will make you a better entrepreneur. If I could do that call again, what would I have done differently?
Yeah.
If I could do that call again, what would I have done differently? So now, Sammy, you're armed with the tools. So the next time you get hesitation on a call, you're like, hey, Sammy, I know I can sense a little bit of hesitation and I really want to change your life. I really want to help you out and I want to make sure you feel good about this. So where's the hesitation come from? Like, what are you nervous about?
Yeah.
They give you the objection, you overcome the objection, then you go for the close again.
Yeah. I definitely, okay. And then absolutely. And to second that too, then I had another call booked not long after it. So it was getting to the time where I was like, I was looking at the clock, I was like, fuck, like I'm gonna have to jump off the phone. And so I also like was a little bit trying to rush it because of that as well. Whereas I think if I had more time, I probably would have actually taken that time.
You know what you should do though? Is if you guys have calls back to back and somebody's about to pay, while you're on the call with the client dealing with the situation, text the next client, be like, hey, just running a few minutes behind. I'll be right there. Because like otherwise you will have wasted the last 45 minutes that you spent on the phone. Like if you rush it and you don't get the sale, then you like, you know what I mean? It's like the goal is to collect the cash. So like just text the next client. Hey, I'm running a few minutes behind. So sorry, ! So excited to talk. I'll be right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Just let that go.
Last thing. Where is this situation at right now?
With the other girl, I messaged her to follow up and I haven't heard back yet. She is a shift worker though, so she could potentially be on night shift right now. So, and she can't, I don't think you can access her phone. She works in correctionals.
I'd be doing two things if I were you. One is I would message the client that's in the program that referred her. I'd be like, hey, Sarah's just about to join. You should give her a friendly kick in the ass so that I can change her life. So message that client and get her to message her for you. That'd be the first thing I'd do. Second thing I would do is when did you have a call with her last?
It was yesterday afternoon.
Okay, so I would give her a call at the same time this afternoon if she does not answer in the next few hours.
Okay.
Just give her a call. Be like,
it's also 5 a.m. here, so I got all day to wait.
Yeah. So she might answer. If she doesn't answer by this afternoon, even after your friend or your client messages her, I would call her.
Okay, so just
pick up the fucking phone and dial 100%.
Okay, I can do that.
Just be like, hey, I care about you. I want to change your life. What's going on? Let's get this thing started. What's up, girl? Talk to me. How you doing? How you feeling?
Yeah, because I was thinking like, oh, it'd be good to like just rebook another call if she had more questions or hesitations or anything to address.
Yeah.
I got a little bit annoyed too. I was a little bit like, can you stop questioning it? Just because I haven't posted all my transformations doesn't mean I'm not making fucking changes. I was like, my girls are killing it. I got to be like, hey.
That's a you problem, not a her problem, right?
Yeah.
That's a you problem. If you did your job properly, she would have already been sold by the time the call started. So like, I'm going to flip that back on you. You got to fucking post more proof. Because if she saw the proof, like when people follow me on social media, go look at my Instagram stories. People know that I get clients results. They already know. So by the time they come to the call, they're sold on me. They know it's going to work. They're just like interested in like, can I afford this right now? Like, is this in my budget? Right.
I need to post more of doesn't have to be the before and afters, because that's the thing is a lot of my girls are like in the middle of their amazing transformation and I can see amazing results, but it's probably not enough to post on Instagram yet. So I need to do more of that other stuff.
I disagree. You need to post your client updates. I completely disagree with that statement.
Do it.
Yeah, think about the message that you're sending if you're only posting amazing transformations, that you don't care about little goals. Think about what that does to your client's confidence.
I did actually do one this week. I did.
I'm going to give you shit. I'm going to tell you why. Because imagine if you guys just joined the CLA, you're like excited about the results that you're getting, you're pumped about the program, and you sign your first client, you're so excited. But the only clients I ever share on my Instagram are clients that are hitting $40,000 a month, $50,000 a month. How's that going to make you feel?
Yeah, fair.
It's going to make you feel inadequate. It's going to make you feel like shit. So I want to celebrate all the wins, and you want to talk about that. Like every single win that I get in my program, I'm pumped about. Every single win my clients get, I'm pumped about. Check out Sarah, who's been in the program for 4 weeks and she's already down 4 pounds. She's amazing. Bam. And Sarah's going to see that. She's going to be like, oh my God, fucking Sammy shouted me out. Like, because when people hire you as a coach, they view you as an authority. So you're posting them on their Instagram. Like they're fucking pumped. How many people get pumped when I post the transformations or like story or the testimonial?
Yeah.
Right. So it's like when you do that for your clients, they're going to like that a lot. They're going to want to follow the program. They're going to want to be on your Instagram.
Yeah. All right. That's something I need to action and be better at, because I celebrate them in the messages for sure every time I see anything, but I don't repost it enough. Absolutely agree.
You're just shooting yourself in the foot for marketing, because every time you post clients, bam, every time you close client wins, number one, it motivates your current clients, because if you guys follow me on Instagram, you see all the clients that are killing it on a regular basis. So even if you don't want to be motivated by it, you're like, fuck, people are crushing it. And then you're like, I need to get back into the program. I need to get back into the units. So it does that. And it's good for marketing, because everybody that's in my audience can see all the clients that I'm currently helping. So it's double whammy.
Yeah. All right. That's my homework, to set more stuff up to do that.
Cool.
Also, side note, you definitely do use Sarah as an example for everything. I've heard you make a joke about it before. Your example name.
I do use Sarah way too much. Sarah's way too much.
As soon as you said it, then I like had a little Google. I was like, you really do use that as an example for everything.
Yeah. Fuck. My bad. I need to change the name now. I want to start saying Sammy.
You can say Sammy. Then I'll feel like it's me. And I'm like, yes.
Cool. Anything else?
Thanks so much, Brian. Actually, little mini one.
Yeah.
When are you gonna announce stuff about the live? Because I got my new passport. I'm ready to go.
Oh shit. That's fucking cool that you asked that. So we may be securing a venue today. And Cole got really fucking mad at me when I told you guys where it was going to be. He says that I can't keep surprises and he always yells at me. So whatever, but we may be securing a venue today. So I will keep you guys posted. By next Podchats, you will know for sure. So within the next 7 days.
That is super exciting, because I'm like, I can do whatever. I don't care about my other works leave, but John wants to come. I want John to come as well.
Yes.
If it's open to non-PT, people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's him and his work sitch. We've got to make sure that he can swing it with work.
Deal. I'll keep you posted.
Amazing. Thanks so much.
You're very welcome. What up, D?
What's good, B? How you doing, man?
Best day of my fucking life. How are you, brother?
Bro, best day of my life too. So I got two quick questions. All right. So recently, this past week, and honestly, I've been noticing a lot more with my sales calls. I've been getting a lot of guys who don't feel like they need the help, but they need the help. Like they're not confident, they're arrogant, you know? So it made me go back and look at my content to see like what am I doing to attract these type of guys? Or do you think it's just numbers game?
When you say a lot of my calls this week, how many of your calls this week?
I had 2 calls this week that were like that, and then 1 call last week as well too.
Okay. How many calls have you had in total?
For the month?
For the week, for the last 2 weeks?
This past week has been a total of 3. Last week was, damn, I can't remember for last week, to be honest.
Okay. So 5 calls a week. That's your fucking goal. Write that down. That's you're not asking me about that, but I'm going to tell you. The goal is 5 calls a week. So do not fucking sleep until you get 5 calls a week. That's your new fucking goal. That's going to hit $10,000 a month. So that'd be number 1. Number 2 is I don't think this is a content problem. I think this happens because you work with guys. Guys have egos. That's pretty normal. So 2 things. 1, you can address it in your content with whatever objections they had. I would just make content about it. Like you think you know what the fuck you're doing. If that was the case, you would already be jacked. Here are the 3 biggest mistakes that you're making in your weight loss journey, right?
Okay.
Just call it out. Whatever they said. That'd be number 1. Number 2 is when I'm on the call with somebody and they start like acting like they know what they're doing, I flip it on them. Like, D, can I ask you a question?
Go for it.
If you're on this call with me, like, and you're interested in coaching, but you already know what you're doing, like, why are you here?
Mm.
You already know what you're doing. So why are you here? I'm serious. Answer that. Let's role play. Go ahead.
So, for example, they would be like,
No, just tell me like what they're saying. Like, why are you here? What do you think they'd say?
oh, I just want to lose a couple more pounds, but I know what I'm doing. Like it's, I'm still going to the gym consistently.
Yeah. So if you're already doing this like already and you want to lose a couple more pounds, why don't you just do this on your own? You seem like a smart guy. You seem like you know what you're doing. So like, why are you on this call with me?
I see. Yeah.
Right. And then they will start to tell me why they booked the call. Well, like I have been going to the gym and I've been pretty consistent, but like I've been seeing your transformations and blah, 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 blah. So like I will make them sell themselves to me. Bro, you showed up to this fucking call. You could have canceled. You could have no-showed. Obviously, you showed up today. So like, why is this important to you? Why are you on this call with me? And then I'll pat their ego. You seem like a pretty smart fucking guy. You seem like you know what you're doing. So like, why are we talking?
Mm.
And they will reveal themselves.
Okay.
They'll tell you their actual objection because it's like they've got 2 things. Number 1, guys are arrogant in general as like a blanket statement, which is why like if you're going to coach men, you've got to be direct. Like you've got to be willing to be direct and call people out. And you've got to be not in a way that's like rude or like abrasive, but just like be direct. Like if you guys see my content, I'm very direct. My audience on Instagram is also 70% male because men respond to that because like they have egos. So I need to tell them exactly what the fuck they're doing wrong and then teach them how to do it right. So yeah, I think you need to flip the script. So if guys are showing up to calls saying they know what they're doing, like I completely respect that. I love that you know what you're doing. So like what brought you to this call with me today? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it absolutely does. Like for my last call, I did that because the guy's been struggling with his goals for the past fucking 12 years. And when I try to get him to get deep and vulnerable, he tried to act like he didn't have any confidence issues when practically throughout the whole phone call, he was saying he has confidence issues. And I just got to a point where like, I'm not sure if this is right or not, but I don't even want to fucking work with him anymore. Cause it's like, if I have to try to, coach you that hard in the sense of like really get you to open up, I don't feel like you're going to be a 5-star prospect at the end of the day.
Fuck that mindset. How many times have I had super hard conversations with you?
Oh, a lot.
Tell me, 10, 6? Imagine if I was like, fuck D, man. I'm not going to coach him anymore. He's too fucking hard to get through.
Yeah.
Right? Bro, fucking step into your power. If I have a situation like that, I'm on a fucking call with a guy that's like giving me bullshit. I'll be like, yo, D, do you mind if I coach you for a minute?
Yeah.
And do you mind if I'm direct?
Absolutely.
Dude, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. This entire call, you've been talking about confidence issues and how you're struggling with your confidence. You've been struggling for 12 fucking years. And every time I ask you about like what's going on, you're deflecting. So like, dude, I want to fucking coach you. I want to help you. Obviously, you showed up to this call with me for a fucking reason. And I'd love to help you transform your life. But like, what's going on? Is it like you're afraid of like making a big change in your life? Is it like you're afraid of like admitting that you have issues? Like what's going on? Like what are you struggling with?
I got you.
Fucking call him out, dude. Do you mind if I'm direct with you? Do you mind if I coach you for a minute? And fucking bam, lay into him.
Absolutely. So I did that on my last call and I just told him like, he's confusing his confidence with arrogance. Like he hasn't been doing what he's been doing, right? And I told him I just let him go. I sent him some free resources, but would you say to follow back up with him in a week, get him on another phone call and try to resell him, or
Nope,
just
I
let it
wouldn't.
be?
If like it depends how the call ended, but like if I have calls like that, I will be super polite on the dismissal. I'll be like, honestly, I can tell that this isn't the right fit for you right now, and I completely respect that. And so I'm going to send you some free resources. And if you ever do get to a point where you're actually ready to change your life and you want to transform your body, I'd love to help you out. In the meantime, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you have the best day ever. And then I
Okay.
might follow up in 90 days time from now and be like, hey, when we talked on the phone, you said you wanted to lose 10 pounds. How's that going? And I'll just fucking go for the throat right away. I'm not going to be like, how's your day going?
Okay. Okay. Got you. Got you. All right. So last question is, I'm working on my podcast right now. I'm on Spotify mainly. So when it comes to building that out, what did you do for your podcast to like make it run as efficiently as it is right now?
In terms of like the what do you mean? I just want to make sure I answer your question right.
From intro, the
Yep.
body,
Yep.
conclusion,
Yep.
like for me.
Yep. So do you have you put it on Spotify yet?
Yeah. I got some episodes on Spotify.
Okay. And do you do the intros and the outros and everything like that?
So I have one intro that's like one that already pre-made that's at the top of Spotify, but then I have to restate it each episode.
Yeah. So write this guy's name down. It's Travis Brown. What's his name on Instagram? Fuck. I think it's like the viral marketing coach. Message him and tell him you're my client and you'd like to like pay him to do an intro and an outro for your podcast. Might be like $250 to $300. But then what he'll do is he'll choose the music for you. You just record the intro and you record the outro. And then you'll have the intro and the outro and he'll just send it back to you. That's really easy. And then I would go on Fiverr and I would look for a podcast editor, somebody that can put the intro and the outro on every episode. And I'll tell you exactly what I do. I record it on StreamYard or Zoom. After the episode's done, I download that. I upload it to a Google Drive. My podcast editor takes that episode from the Google Drive, adds the intro and the outro, and uploads it to Libsyn, and I'm done. Libsyn is like a podcast host, whatever podcast host you use, Libsyn, Spotify, whatever. I also have a guy that does my podcast graphics, D. And so anytime that podcasts get uploaded to the Google Drive, he sees that there's a new episode. He takes that episode, he turns it into an audio graphic, which I share on my Instagram stories. And then my job is the next day, I'm like, yo, what's going on, guys? Hope you're having the best day ever. Yesterday, I recorded a podcast with my clients. It was called the 10K Mastermind Podchats. And we talked to D about how to call people out on sales calls. If you guys want to tune in, check out the next slide. And then I have like a graphic on the next slide.
Okay. And then he's the one that puts the podcast like over that graphic on the Instagram slide. Yeah.
He takes like a clip of the audio and he adds it over the graphic. Yeah.
Okay. Got you. And I know right now, like, how did you get onto Apple Podcasts? Because it's pretty easy to get onto Spotify, but I didn't see anything to like upload my stuff to Apple.
I would message Travis and ask him that.
I got you.
Yeah, I have no fucking clue. I paid somebody to do it. To be honest.
Okay, fair enough. All right, that's pretty much it. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you, bro. Good to see you.
Yes, sir. Peace.
What's up, Maureen? The unicorn on Instagram.
That's it. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Amazing. My win is a little bit longer, but I used to have an Instagram account with like 80,000 followers and they were like 80% male. So I never got any leads. It was completely misaligned because it was just like a few posts popped off that I didn't expect.
Yep.
And lost my Instagram account 4 months ago and I started again from scratch. And I am about to hit 10K this week. And it's like 75% female, exactly my target audience.
Nice.
So massive win. So that's been really, really exciting. I have a couple of questions that are on different topics. So the first is also about a podcast because I'm planning on launching my podcast like really early stages. I've got the equipment, all that stuff. But I hadn't considered paying anyone. So like I paid someone to do an intro for me on Fiverr. So but I was just going to do all the editing and stuff myself. Do you think that's crazy based on everything that
I don't think it's crazy. I don't do it because it's a task that costs me $20 to $30 per episode. And so any task that costs me $20 to $30 an episode, I just don't do. I'd prefer not to. How much are you making per month right now? Is it 10K, 15K?
10 to 15.
Yeah, 10 to 15. I think right now you have the financial resources to outsource it. I think it would cost you maybe 100 to 200 a week. And then you would just record the episodes and then you're done. Versus having to record the episodes and spending an hour editing the episode. The only reason I say that is because that hour you could be spending on a sales call making $1,000. So I think you could spend your time in places that would actually generate you revenue.
Yeah. Okay. And just in terms of like the actual content, do you have any tips for how to script it, or like, just like what approach you take to that?
Yeah. Have you done a 4-day challenge yet?
No.
Oh, okay. So go into the 4-day challenge live stream script. Does anybody have a link to the live stream script for the 4-day challenge? If you guys listen to my podcast, I follow that live stream script almost every single time. And so it starts with the name of the podcast episode. So it's like, what's going on, guys? Today, we're going to be talking about the 3 biggest mistakes that people make on sales calls. So that's the title of the podcast. And then if I'm promoting anything, let's say I've got an event coming up or a mastermind launch or whatever, in the first 10 to 15 seconds, I talk about whatever I'm promoting. So at the start of this podcast, I said, $1 million mastermind, price is going up, right? So I'm doing a promotion. So if you have a promotion going on, talk about it in the first 10 seconds, because a lot of people aren't going to listen to the full episode. Everybody will listen to the first 10 seconds. So I want them to hear the promotion. After that, I go into 3 consequences of what happens if you don't listen to me. So I'll give you an example of the sales call. If you don't listen to what I'm going to tell you guys in this podcast, you're going to get on sales calls with prospects and say the wrong thing, and they're going to hang up. You're also going to run into frustration because you're going to feel like all the effort that you're putting into lead gen isn't leading to any money. And finally, you're just going to be broke because you know you could be better on sales, but you're not actually paying attention. In today's episode, here are 3 benefits of paying attention. So then I'll be like, by the end of today's episode, you're going to know exactly what to say on sales calls. You're going to know exactly what not to say on sales calls. And I'm going to teach you how to collect more paid in fulls on the phone. So I do 3 consequences of what happens if you don't listen to what I'm going to tell you, 3 benefits of what happens if you do listen to what I'm going to tell you. Then I'll go into a personal story about me or a client. Now, I found this out because I was a dumbass when I was an online coach. I spent the first 4 years without using a sales script, and I was basically just saying whatever the fuck I wanted to my clients, and I'll talk about my story. So that's how I found out these 3 secrets. So let's get into it. Secret number 1, and then I'll talk about secret number 1. Secret number 2, talk about secret number 2. Secret number 3, talk about secret number 3. And then I'll end the podcast. So I do that pretty much for every single podcast. So it's base subject, 3 consequences of not taking action, 3 benefits of paying attention to what I'm about to say, personal story about me or a client, and then actual value itself.
Love it. Thank you so much. And just one more question on the podcasting. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, first episode, and I think I'm overthinking it, but I would just love to know your opinion. Would I do like sort of like an about me kind of vibe, or is that just boring?
No, you should.
You know
It's not about you. It's about the audience, and it's about what you're going to do for the audience. So talk a little bit about you and talk about why you're starting the podcast, why you're passionate about it, what you're excited to talk about, what you're excited to teach, what the podcast is going to be about, and what they can expect if they subscribe.
Perfect. Cool. And then, so my other question is about content, not podcasts, just Instagram or social content.
Yep.
On a call earlier in the week, Cole was talking about the difference between perceived value and actual value.
Yep.
And I was like auditing my spoken content, and some of it, like, I love to sometimes give perceived value and then dive deeper into the caption. And some of those posts have done pretty well. But now I'm like, is that bad? Should I just always be going, I need to give actual value in what I'm saying?
I think that if the video causes people to, so this is counterintuitive to what I usually say, because I usually hate when people say, read the caption. But sometimes my video is, I'll give you an example. So I did a speech recently where Nick Schaefer cut up a bunch of reels, and they're like 9 to 15 second reels. And he did like 30 of them. And I was like, fuck, like I can't post these because they don't give the actual value that I'm looking to give. So what I did is I'd post the 15-second reel, and then I would do like read the caption. And then in the caption, I would do the longer explanation. So in my opinion, I think 50% of your reels should be shorter reels and 50% of your reels should be longer reels. The reason I think it should be about a 50-50 split is because you want those replays. Like, replays are good for the algorithm. And sometimes, like, I'll have a video that I post that is like a 9-second video that I'm like, oh, this is going to do dog shit. And that's the one that goes turbo viral and gets me 10,000 followers. So I'll post everything. So I do think it's good to have a mixture. And I understand what Cole's saying, because, you know, if you're talking about, you know, the best way to burn body fat, and then you give an 8-second explanation, there's no way in that 8-second explanation you can actually explain what you mean. But in the caption, you could. And then the piece of content itself has value. And so I think if the piece of content itself has value, it works. I absolutely hate the videos that say read the caption, but sometimes you're, you know, forced into it.
Yeah, cool. That's because that's pretty much like, those videos are pretty much like, I try to just really grab them, like keep them engaged. It'll be like 4 different scenes also in different locations. And then it's like, do you want to know like how to actually fucking do this? Read the caption.
Yeah.
And they go quite well. So that's cool. So that is not the majority of my content, like maybe 30%. So
yeah, I do that too.
Thank you so much. That's all my
You're
questions.
Welcome. Cool. I hope you have a great day. Good to talk to you for the first time ever. What's up, Adam Woolman? How you doing, brother?
Man, best day of my life. How about yourself?
Same here, brother. You know it. How you doing? How can I serve you?
So I'm doing amazing. I'll be honest, I don't really have a question. I'm doing a 4-day challenge on Monday, so I'm filling it this week. And I just want to say I'm committing to making 10K from it. So far this month, I'm at 3K. So my plan is to fucking go crazy next week and make at least 10K from the challenge. So that's it.
Cool. Can I give you some advice?
Yeah, 100%.
It's all about the start of the challenge. My goal for you is to make 3K before the challenge even starts. So I want you to write that down. And the way you're going to do that is when you collect those phone numbers, I want you to be on them immediately. So as soon as somebody leaves you that phone number in that 4-day challenge, text them. Adam, is this you? Question mark. Yeah. Who's this? It's Brian, from the 4-day fat loss challenge. Saw that you want to lose 15 pounds. That's awesome. And I'd be like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm excited about that. You're like, cool. Next step is to get you booked in for your free 30-minute consult. Send the calendar. Go ahead and book in here. Spots always fill up quick. Send me a screenshot. Let me know time you pick. Cool? Question mark. Those calls, I want 3K before the challenge. I would try to book calls with your 3 to 5 hottest leads. And then everybody else I'd warm up in the challenge.
Okay, hell yeah. I have one in actually 2 hours. So that's the plan.
Cool.
Well, let me ask you this real fast, actually. So I've probably sent like 200 DMs yesterday.
Yep.
Maybe a little bit more. And I only have like 7 signups.
Yep.
Should I be concerned or should I just keep fucking sending DMs?
I would just keep going, bro. I would just keep going. Because you've got 4 days, right? You've made an Instagram story about it. Have you made a post about it? Have you made a Facebook post about it?
Talking about it nonstop.
Yeah, I would just do as much as you possibly can. The goal would be to get 20 people. Can you go back into your old type forms? Everybody that's filled out a type form in the last 60 days, go back into your Calendly. Anybody that's booked a call with you in the last 60 days, last 90 days. Hey, Adam, ! On Monday, I'm running a free 4-day challenge about, burn fat, build muscle, ? You interested, ? And I would hit up every single person that you've talked to in the last 90 days, type forms and Calendly. You'll get 20.
Okay, I was aiming for 50. You think I should just aim for 20 or should I aim for 50 still?
If you want to aim for 50, aim for 50. I'm not gonna downplay your goals. Go for 50.
Okay. Fuck yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. If you're setting bigger goals than me, then fucking go for it. I will never downplay your goals. What's up, Coach Mel?
Hi. My question is similar to Simone. Like, I feel like I don't have a low ticket. I used to, and it was just really a pain in my ass. Like the people who were low ticket expected more than the people that were high ticket. And, they, I guess, had higher expectations, complained more, whatever. So I kind of got rid of the low ticket. So now I really only have, I wouldn't even consider it a high ticket. I really want to I want to restructure my program, my offering, and I want to have a high ticket that is a price anchor. And so I want to use my thought is really high, VIP mentorship. So $900 a month or $39.97 paid in full for 5 months, because everything I do is based on 20 weeks.
Yep.
And so it's literally, working with the clients, one-to-one Zoom calls every week.
Yep.
So that they have more access to me. And then it's more of a mentorship where it's not just fitness and nutrition, but we're working a lot on mindset and almost like the life coaching type thing.
Yep.
So if I were to do that and get a high ticket, and if I did bring some clients in at that level, do you think that I should also have a low ticket so that I use that as a price anchor? Then what I'm doing now becomes my mid ticket. And then I have one more offering that's a low ticket. I don't get a lot of no's, honestly. I close probably 80 to 90%, but I'm not on a ton of calls.
Mhm.
But now I'm my content, I forgot to share the win, but my content is finally hitting, and
Yes!
I have yeah.
You stuck with it. I love that. I'm putting sunglasses on for that. We're celebrating. That's fucking great.
Thank you. Yeah. So my reach is up 1,800%, and my engagement is up 400%. And so I'm finally starting to have more conversations, and I'm actually sending DMs now.
Look at you. Who is this? Can you bring Mel back? What happened? Is this Millionaire? What's up?
So because I'm, having more conversations, I think it's important to offer more, but I don't want to get stuck in that low ticket, like if I do low ticket, I want it to be like completely hands off.
Yep.
Do you think that's?
Can I answer your question with a story?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so Trent Harrison did VIP coaching with me for everybody here knows who Trent Harrison is. Raise your hand.
Yep.
So Trent Harrison did VIP coaching with me for a year, and he wanted to launch a VIP offer, very similar to you. His is $12K for 6 months, and then what he does is he does 2 4-hour half days. So basically, people fly out to see him in San Diego. He spends 4 hours with them. He works with them on their vision, their goals, their life, etc. He sells about one of them a month. So he has like a really, really high ticket offer that he offers to his clients as an upgrade. And as soon as we launched that program, I told him to kill his low ticket. And the reason I told him to kill his low ticket is I was like, bro, people that will upgrade to that high ticket offer are not going to be buying a low ticket program. So you're making a program for high ticket people because you want to attract a high ticket customer, because you want to work with high ticket customers. A person that like Lamborghini doesn't have a fucking used Honda section. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you're going to go for the premium, go for the premium.
That makes a lot of sense.
And don't have a low ticket, because it would almost make your premium offer look not serious, because if you're working with clients at, $4K for 5 months, then why would you be working with clients at $99 a month?
Right. That makes a lot of sense. My thought was like, I don't work with them. It's like, here's a, like whatever plan, go ahead and follow it. But I see what you're saying, and I completely agree. That makes a lot of sense. I appreciate it.
If anything, what I would do if I was in your position, Mel, and I had your business, is if I would like offer the high ticket. And by the way, I just want to change your mindset. Don't just offer it as a price anchor, and also take the mindset of high out of your brain. Because if you're like, it's high, when you're pitching it, you're going to be like, so like, this is normal. Okay. So number one, this is what I do now, because Trent's charging $12K for 6 months and he's selling them. So just saying, you like high is based on perception and perception alone. And I know people, like there's a guy that just joined the 10K Mastermind. Actually, his name is Jason Watson. I don't know if you guys have seen him post in the group yet. Him and Allie Watson just joined. They sell $10,000 6-month programs, and he has 10 clients on that. So again, it's all about perception. The low ticket that you were gonna do for paid, anybody that couldn't afford my high ticket offer, I would just give them a free workout program. I'd be like, hey, listen, I understand not everyone has money. I really want to help you out, and I really want to transform your life. So like, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to send you a free meal plan and training plan that will get you started. It's just a PDF. So you're not going to be in Trainerize or anything like that. And if you ever want to do custom coaching, we can talk about it. But I love helping people. I want to transform your life. So here's a free guide. And I really, really hope it helps.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. I hope you have the best day of your entire life. Congratulations on your content. That's fucking dope.
Thank you.
That is sunglasses worthy. That's awesome. I love that. Cool. Last and not least, what's up, Gabby?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. How are you? Tell everyone about your wins, about all the things.
Oh, my win. Yeah. So what was it? Day before yesterday. Actually, funny. I was on the call that Cole was doing, and I was asking him about what to expect, and he told me, he's like, expect not to make any money for the next month. And then literally, as I got off that call, I ended up closing 7K in full. So that was super cool.
Yeah, I love that for you.
Yeah. And then I had another call yesterday with a woman who wants to do another 7K in full. She was supposed to do a follow-up call today, but her son got sick, so we're doing that tomorrow. And then I had a renewal call, and then that client, very, very likely that she'll sign up, but that'd be another 2K. So I'd be at almost 20K for this month.
I love
in the last 7-ish days.
I love
that. So if that goes through, but otherwise I made 10K this week. So
can we just I just want to share with the clients in this program, how long were you working in another environment and how much money were you making? Can you give a brief backstory?
So I was in another mentorship for 14 months. My best months were 30K months, but that started to drop down really, really, really badly. And then I wasn't making pretty much anything at all for 4 months.
So $0 in 4 months with another mentor. First fucking week in PT Dom makes 20K.
Yeah.
Fist bump.
No, it's not confirmed. It's not confirmed. I'm still gonna give you the fist bump. But it's confirmed 10.
It's 13, right? 13 right now?
Confirmed 10.
Confirmed 10. That's fucking
almost 11.
That's still fucking lit. Okay. We're fucking stoked about it. This doesn't make $1 in 4 months, and then bam, 10K in a week.
Yes.
Celebrate that.
Thank you.
Cool.
But yeah, so okay, I have quite a few questions here. One of them is, I'm visiting my hometown right now. I come from a hometown of 3,000 people in the middle of nowhere. And
so a home village. It's a home village. Go ahead.
It's literally a village. It's literally a village.
Got it.
And so I'm visiting here right now. The internet does not work. I don't know how this is working right now. I've gone to 4 different people's houses to try to get to the internet to work. And I'm even considering renting out a hotel just to like batch work because nothing's working. So I'm really stressed out about that. I'm not too sure what to do. What would you suggest that I do? Because more often than not, it's taking me almost 4 hours to do a 30-minute job.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. Okay. I'm going to tell you the same answer that I'd give myself. Entrepreneurs solve problems.
Okay. So go to the hotel.
Entrepreneurs solve problems. You know what the fuck to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, this is literally, I'll tell you guys something funny. Okay. This is why I like going traveling, Gabby. Because when I'm home, it's easy to work. I'm grinding. I'm fucking hustling. It's like, I just sit down in my little basement. I close myself in my little, I close my windows. I just focus. Kirsten laughs at me. She's like, you're like a little hermit. I'm like, I'm fucking advancing. All right. Fuck you. So like, it's easy to focus when I'm at home. But when I'm traveling, when I'm on the road, when I'm like on a plane, like that's when you need to be an entrepreneur. So you know what to do. Entrepreneurs solve problems.
Okay, cool. Got it. Yeah, I kind of figured. I called them. I figured out the rates and everything. So I'm probably going to just rent a room for like 2 days and just do batch work for like those 2 days and then figure it out. The gym here doesn't open until 9 a.m. So I just bought 4-month membership so that I could get a key pass to go in at like 5 to use it like 10 times.
Entrepreneurs solve problems. There you go.
Yeah. So there's that. But okay. So that answers that. Should I be running any ads right now?
No.
Okay.
No.
So that answers that other question. Now, my last question is
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why I said no, because you just started getting consistent with your content. And so I want to see you consistent with your content for the next 60 to 90 days before I'd even consider turning on an ad. And if you were going to consider turning on an ad in the next 60 to 90 days, the first thing that I would do is I'd be boosting posts. I wouldn't be like trying to set up a funnel or anything like that. Step number 1 would be boosted posts. Step number 2 would be DM ads. Then step number 3 would be call booking funnel, but you wouldn't even do a call booking funnel until you're making 50K a month. So the answer is
okay. Should I be boosting posts?
Nope.
Or no?
I said no. I was telling you the game plan after 90 days.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Now my last question. I'm wanting to get into this type of content just because I really love the topic of like masculinity and femininity. I'm also like, I spoke to Cole and Cole said that I need to be giving at least like 4 value posts in every 9 posts. And right now I'm doing 3 a day. So I want to put out a post that
fucking 3 a day. I like it. You're on that fucking
Thank you. Well, it's the 2 a day with the reels, and then I have to keep my grid consistent with all my transformations. So that means I have to post a transformation every day right now. But yeah. So
that's why you're signing as many fucking clients as you are. Fucking hoo-ha.
Yes, no, that's absolutely. Thank you. But yeah, so I really love the topic of masculinity and femininity. I want to start getting into that a little bit more now. The first post that I want to come out and speak about is basically telling women that the reason why they're attracting low value partners is because they are not following through with their fitness goals themselves and they don't actually honor and respect themselves. I'm scared of the type of response that that's going to get. Does that sound like misogynistic? Does it sound...
What do you mean?
I don't know. I'm so scared.
No, I get it. So first things first is there are certain things that I have opinions about that I'm like, it's not worth the fucking clout. Like as an example, like I have a certain opinion about OnlyFans. And I actually recorded a video about my opinion of OnlyFans. And then I like thought to myself, I'm like, do I want to deal with the backlash of this based on the fact that this isn't really going to generate me any business? Not really. So I won't post it. Now, there's certain things I have opinions about that will help my business. And I'm very opinionated about them. Like the business coach that told you that you need to build a funnel is a fucking dumbass. Now, when I posted that reel, what do you think happened? Business coaches came flocking and were talking shit. And I'm like, you can talk shit all you want. Show me the social proof. So like that was something that I believed and I was also willing to fight for. So my question for you is the video that you're about to post, do you believe it and are you willing to fight for it?
I absolutely do believe it because this is the thing. Every single one of my clients that has the most success, every single one of them has a very supportive husband who's in incredible shape and is like an extremely high value man. Every single one of my clients that do amazing. So I do think that it's something worth speaking about. And I'm not like, I'm just scared as a women's coach because I'm not necessarily like a feminist. I'm more towards,
why do you give a fuck what other people think about you?
So scared.
Do you like you?
Yes.
Do you
for the most part, yes.
For the most part, that you need to fucking address for the most part. You need to like you enough that you don't care what other people think about you.
Okay.
So I'm dead ass. All right, so
I think it's because I'm so opinionated. And I know that once I go in with my opinions, I'm gonna go to war. I know that about myself.
Well, of course you are, because that's your mindset. What do you mean? I'm gonna go to war with my opinions because you decided you're gonna go to war. What are you fucking talking about? You're creating scenarios that aren't even. Like you think you're gonna make this post and you're gonna get a comment, and then you're gonna fucking bitch at them, then they're gonna bitch at you, and then you're gonna be in this fucking fight. I don't feel like that. I don't do that.
What recently happened was I made one comment on a Ryan Garcia post, and it got over almost 2,000 people responding back, and that was so stressful. So now I'm like, okay.
I don't read shit like that. Okay, so if you guys want to see something funny, go to Jeremy Lee Miner's page. Jeremy Lee Miner. He just posted a video with me like recently where he was like reviewing. I sent one in the chat. You guys already saw it. There's another one that I just found today. So he did another one a week later. So there's 2 videos and they're both viral of me. It's hilarious. And in the video, he like low key makes a shot and he's like, yeah, this guy must be my client or something. Like he's like trying to like fucking little brother me. But I don't give a shit. I think it's fucking funny. I'm like, you're sharing me on your page. I literally commented on the video. I'm like, I love that you reviewed my video twice and both of them went viral. You should probably do that more. I don't give a fuck. Like, I like me. I think I'm fucking cool. You don't like me. That's totally fine. And it's not even that he doesn't like me. It's just like he low key made a shot. I think it's fucking funny. I'm like, good for you. So like, if you say something that's controversial, like don't fucking start a fire if you don't want the smoke. Right.
I know.
And so the reason that I didn't post that OnlyFans video is because I didn't want the fucking smoke. I'm like, if it was like, if Haley, my daughter, was about to start an OnlyFans, I'd be fucking barking. But like, it has nothing to do with my life. I think it's fucking stupid, but I'm not going to post on my Instagram feed about it and get a bunch of people coming at me for it when I just don't really give a shit. But if I have an opinion about business coaches that are fucking scamming people or like ripping people off, or something in my industry fucking triggers me and I need to say something about it, I will say something about it. 100%.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I think it is kind of in line with my program, especially with where I'm taking it, because I'm speaking towards like more high value women, more investment oriented women, like women who do really strive to get that type of person.
I think this is like you stepping into your power. Number one. Number two is I think that like you're selling a $7,000 high ticket offer. And so at a $7,000 high ticket offer, you need to get in front of more people so that more of the right people could find you, because like there's a select few people that will pay $7,000. So you need to build your audience as big as fucking possible so that you can find as many people as possible that will pay $7,000. The best way to build a big audience is to be controversial. Now, here's my recommendation is I recommend saying what the fuck's on your mind without softening the blow, because here's a way that you could deliver that. You could deliver it like this. Oh, so what's the subject about? Can you
I said that the reason why these women keep getting uncommitted, a bunch of uncommitted, unserious, like undisciplined men, because you're not serious, disciplined, or committed yourself.
Got it. Ladies, listen, the reason that you keep attracting men that treat you like shit, that don't follow through, that aren't serious, that aren't committed, and that aren't good to you is because you're not good to yourself. You don't take yourself seriously. You don't go to the gym. You're not working on yourself. And because you don't value yourself, other men don't value you.
That's literally what I said in the video.
And listen, it's okay, because I've got some clients that have also done that. And like, that's okay if that's you, but like, we need to get our shit together, ladies. That's how you soften the blow. If you want my opinion, I would just like speak what the fuck's on your mind with authority and conviction. And I would like hammer the point home. And then I'd be like, girl, you're better than that. So be better. End of the video. And then if people come at you in the comments, which they might, what I would do if I had your business is I would make content to follow up. And I'd be like, in my last video, I talked about how if you're attracting low quality men, it's because you don't view yourself as worthy. So here's how I think that you can develop yourself into a worthy woman. Blah, 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 blah. And you can start doing content off of it. Right?
Yeah. So in my content, I don't know. I think you've been seeing, I don't know if it's you that's been commenting or like you're one of your people that's been commenting.
I'm offended. Okay. If I'm commenting on your guys' shit, you're my client and I'm commenting on your shit, I'm commenting on your shit. I'm offended.
Okay, thank you for the support. But okay, so I've been speaking a lot more about like being investment oriented, actually like investing in yourself versus like your designer bags versus like your $20,000 surgery, like stuff like that. So
pause. Everybody should be doing that. Everybody should be doing that. Fucking, by the way, you hear what you just speaking about investing in yourself.
Yeah, because I've been speaking about how like your body is a status symbol rather than like the bag that's on your arm. So like, why are you spending money on this bag when you feel like shit about yourself?
Yeah. And ladies, if you're on this call, you should be like, listen, I know you spend hundreds of dollars on makeup every single month to make yourself feel better, but the best way to make yourself feel better is to fucking look in the mirror and love what you see. Brian just made me chocolate cheesecake. I fucking loved you. Thank you. Yeah. It's great. Anyways, keep going.
Okay. So I'm in the right direction then.
Yep.
Okay.
It's literally, it's funny that you say that because I was literally about to call Cole and talk about how we need to be talking about investing in ourselves a lot more in our content.
Okay.
It's like, that's literally the perfect, because if you can tell your audience, like, you need to think about the sales process as a whole. Okay. And so
Mhm.
if we just think about the sales process as the call that we're on, then we'll think about like, how do we pre-frame properly? And how do we like get into their pain points properly, whatever. If you think about the sales process as a whole, as in what's the message that they're getting from your content, which are causing them to think certain thoughts, like you can literally plant the thoughts that you want in your clients in your content, which is why it's really smart to do content about objections that you guys get on the phone. If you guys get an objection on the phone, make a piece of content about that specific objection. Because then other people in the audience that have that objection, by the time they rock up to the call, they're gonna be like, dude, I fucking watched your piece of content where you're talking about how I don't make any fucking time for the gym. And I'm like, that's me, bro. I'm the guy that always sleeps in, blah, 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 blah. Right? You get in their head.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Okay. So then my next question, because this is where I was like really unsure, because I know that we need to be providing a lot of value. I know that Cole said to provide like 4 pieces of value content every 9.
Yep.
But my content tends to be more of like the objection shattering side of things. Like I actually prefer to touch upon more controversial, uncomfortable topics like that. What do you think with that? Like, what would the balance be with like objection shattering posts?
So I think that if you want your Instagram to grow, you need to give people something they can grip onto.
Okay.
If you want to sign clients, I would highly recommend giving value. This is something that Kirsten and I have been talking about a lot, because I have 177,000 followers on my Instagram. Gabby, Kirsten has 220,000 followers on Instagram. I book about 80 to 90 consults a week about business coaching. Kirsten books about 10 to 20 consults a week. If you look at our Instagram pages, the significant difference is that I'm always giving value. And so we also have to understand what value is. Like, what is value? Value is based on perception. And so you need to think about your avatar and what they want. And value doesn't mean the 3 secrets to help you grow a bigger booty. Value could be a piece of content where you're helping them start to see their self-worth, and you're giving them enough value so that they start to like see themselves as a confident and worthy woman. That's value, right? For me, for my online trainers, like I know you motherfuckers, I know you all want to go viral. You all want more leads. You want more clients. You want to overcome objections. So all of my content is about that, because I know that's what you guys want. Like if every single piece of content that I put out was like a Cole style content where I'm like, stop being fucking lazy. Like you guys as smart online trainers would be like, fuck this guy, right? But the reason you come back to my page is because you know when you come to my page, you're going to get tactical advice. Like you guys come to Podchats because you're going to get tactical advice, stuff that you can actually use. And so I think value is based on perception. And so I would recommend having some stuff that people can grip onto, that they can take away. Like as an example, like if your avatar is women that are developing self-worth, and like maybe you give them like 5 things that they can do to become a more confident woman. And one is like, you know, before you leave the house, these are the 5 things that I recommend so that you walk into your day with confidence. That's value, right? So it doesn't just have to be like the 3 secrets to grow your ass or the 3 secrets to like lose body fat.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, I like that, because that's where I struggle. I'm like, I honestly, like I do fitness coaching, but I don't love talking about fitness specifically. Like I really love speaking about like the person that they're becoming more than anything.
You know, it's funny. Go follow Mariah Fontana.
Yes, I do. Actually, I clicked with her like immediately. Her story when she was talking up on stage, I was like, you literally just described my exact life over the last like 4 years, like exactly as it was. So
same thing. I told Mariah, because she hates talking about fitness too. If you don't like talking about fitness, but you are fit, instead of talking about it, show it. So showcase your transformation, showcase you in the gym, showcase you working on your mindset, showcase the mental and emotional growth you've gone through. You're doing a great job of it on your Instagram. So just keep doing that. You don't have to do like the 3 secrets in the kitchen if you don't like that.
Okay, I hate it.
Yeah, so don't do it. So find a way to give value to your audience that isn't just fitness, because you don't want to be seen as a fitness coach. Because if you're just seen as a fitness coach, people are going to hear your $7,000 price tag and they're going to be like, what the fuck? I just talked to a fitness coach that cost me $1,500.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's kind of where I was feeling like last week when we spoke, where I was like, I don't want to lose my authority, because like people come to me and nobody has a difficult time paying $7,000. Like most people just, but like they upgrade themselves up to my $7,000 program all on their own. Like they don't even want my shorter ones. So I was like, I don't want to just start putting out fitness content and then people are like, oh wait, no, that's way too much.
Yeah.
Because I already have a clientele that wants to pay.
Yep. You're on the right track. You're good.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Do you feel clear? You feel confident? You feel good?
Yeah, I do. I do. So basically just keep doing what I was doing. Just keep adding a little bit more of that value piece and just like stay consistent with the content.
Value is based on perception too. So value doesn't mean 3 tips to grow your booty. Value can be like, think about your avatar and what they would perceive as valuable, and then give them something they can grip onto that's like confidence boosting tips, stepping into your power, becoming more feminine, tapping into your femininity. Here are the 3 things that I did to start tapping into my femininity, blah, blah, blah.
I like that. Okay. Amazing.
Cool.
Thank
Have the
you.
best day ever.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys. I'm curious, what was your main takeaway from today's Podchats? If you guys could do me a favor, post in the group. I would love to read. That'd be fantastic. It's good to see all of your faces here. Thanks for asking awesome questions, Gabby, Mel. I appreciate you. Adam, appreciate you. Simone, Justin, always good to see your fucking face, brother. I love it. Brett Carrington, love it. Oscar, Jessica, what's up? Matthew Fries, everybody that has a camera on. If you don't have your camera on, I'm not calling you by name. I'm just joking. But turn your fucking cameras on next time. Hope you guys have the best day ever. Love you guys. Post in the group. I want to read. Peace. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at @TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.